Treasurer Jim Chalmers is likely to snub a committee set up by the government in next month's budget. It's recommended a 40% increase in Jobseeker payments, which the Treasurer hints the nation can't afford.
While many acknowledge Jobseeker payments are punishingly low,
I couldn't live on it, so I'm not going to say that it's easy for people.
You can't live on Jobseeker as it is at the moment. Jobseeker should be lifted to the poverty line. In a wealthy country like ours, no one should live in poverty.
the cold, hard facts of Australia's precarious economic situation have the Treasurer lukewarm, at best, about boosting Jobseeker beyond indexed increases.
We can only do what is responsible and sustainable, and unfortunately the budget that we inherited from the previous government is heaving with $1 trillion of Liberal debt, so can't do everything.
The government's own Economic Inclusion Committee is calling for an unprecedented 40% increase, which would cost $24 billion over 4 years. Labor set up the committee to convince Independent Senator David Pocock to back the government's controversial IR reforms last year.
I would imagine that Senator Pocock feels pretty disillusioned with the government at the moment because the government hasn't kept their word to him.
David Pocock, who wanted this report done, wasn't even briefed on its contents before it was dropped. So if I were David Pocock, I would sort of look at this government and say, well, why on earth would I ever negotiate with you again? Because, you know, that was sneaky, it was underhand.
This is a payment that should mean that people are able to look at their options, apply for jobs, continue to live above the poverty line. If we value this as a country, if we believe that we should have a safety net that leaves no one behind, then we need to be raising the rate of Jobseeker and youth allowance. You know, we've seen all sorts of commitments for other big ticket items like inland rail, hundreds of billions of dollars for submarines. We've got $250 billion of stage 3 tax cuts coming. This is an investment in Australia's future.
The committee was chaired by former Labor Minister Jenny Macklin and included Cassandra Goldie from the Australian Council of Social Services.
How could the government not act on this critical recommendation? Here we are, it is 2023. We have the lowest unemployment payment amongst all of the wealthy countries in the world.
It made 37 recommendations in total, including a boost to rental assistance and a clear timeframe on the rollout. The government could embrace some of the more modest proposals, but nothing is being confirmed just 3 weeks out from the budget. Joel Philp, Sky News, Canberra.